Hi guys, and welcome back to Krystalskatering, the show where we make quick and simple yet delicious dishes. On today's show I'll be making a vegan curry, but it's actually my interpretation of a Jamaican vegan curry because I'll be using all of the same ingredients that I use for my curry goat and my curry chicken, but just with root vegetables instead. For this dish I would also recommend adding carrots, but I didn't have any available at the time, that's why I haven't added any. But yeah, it was really wholesome, it's delicious, it's full of goodness, nutrients, vitamins, and yeah, I strongly recommend, even if you're not vegan, this is still a great and a delicious dish. It was quite weird for me to cook without meat, but I would definitely do it again. I couldn't really find many on YouTube myself, so hopefully this will be a hit. Who knows? If you haven't done so already, then please like and subscribe to my channel. Let's get cooking.
We have some fresh coriander, some spring onions, fresh thyme, pumpkin, white onion, garlic, scotch bonnet, white Irish potatoes, some sweet potato.
I would have just bought orange sweet potatoes, but yeah,
this actually tastes 10 times better.
But if you do choose to use the orange sweet potatoes, they cook a lot quicker than this one will, so just be careful of that and be sure to add it later into the pot than you would with any of these other ingredients, because obviously it would just get mashed up in the pot. I'm going to be using coconut oil instead of olive oil or any other type of oil, piece of ginger that I cut up there, tin of butter beans. I love butter beans so much. If you're familiar with oxtail, these are the beans that we use to put in oxtail. Butter beans are actually a rich source of fibre and B vitamins, and they're also a great replacement for meat, so obviously for vegetarians and vegans it is an alternative and a better way of how you can get your proteins.
Butter beans help to reduce cholesterol, decrease blood sugar levels and increase healthy gut bacteria. So that's why a lot of Caribbean people that are vegans like to use butter beans as an alternative when it comes to meat. So I have my coconut milk, which is going to be the basis for the sauce and what's going to be bubbling in. And then for my seasonings I have my curry powder, my Betapac curry powder. Shout out to Betapac.
It would be nice to get some freebies since I'm always promoting you, but yeah. Allspice, all-purpose seasoning, black pepper and garlic, and if I add anything else or take out anything, then I'll obviously let you guys know in the description box. Add some coconut oil to the pot. We've got of the curry powder. Okay, so the first thing that I've gone and done is chopped and diced all of my vegetables. So I have the pumpkin, the white potatoes and the sweet potato, that's the sweet potato there. On one chopping board, and on my other chopping board I have my white onions, spring onions, some chopped coriander, garlic, and I use half a scotch bonnet. So now we're just going to add in the potatoes and the pumpkin. I know a lot of you are going to be asking why I haven't boiled down the potatoes or the pumpkin first, and that's because it's going to be in the Dutch pot for a while cooking, and we don't want the potatoes and everything to get mashed up. We want it to be cooked perfectly, so that's why everything's going in there without being boiled. It already smells amazing. I haven't even begun to season the potatoes and the pumpkin yet. So that's what we're about to do now. So we're going to season the potatoes and the pumpkin. So add some all-purpose seasoning, some garlic powder, a little bit of black pepper, and a little bit of allspice. Not too much allspice, that'll do. And we're just going to stir all of this in the pot now. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to now add in my 2 onions. So I'm going to add in my white onion and my spring onions and my garlic. So now what we need to do is add the liquids so that this can boil down now that it's been seasoned. Now I'm going to add over the contents of my coconut milk. And there's still some goodness in there, so I'm just going to add some water to it and pour that over it as well. I filled up about 3/4 of the tin of water, so I'm just going to add that to the Dutch pot too.
Smells nice. Smells nice. Smells nice.
I forgot to add one of the most important ingredients. I'm just going to add a couple of sprigs of fresh thyme. Don't know how I forgot that one. I'm just going to cover the contents with some fresh thyme and also add in my scotch bonnet. So yeah, we're just going to get this stirred in. You can see from this piece of pumpkin that it's starting to cook now in the water and the coconut milk. We just want to stir everything in to make sure that the thyme gets to the potatoes and the pumpkins are at the bottom as well. This pot is hot. I do not like Dutch pots, man. The grip, oh my days. But yeah, just gonna make sure that that thyme gets in there and the scotch bonnet too. And I'm just going to leave this to simmer now for about 15 to 20 minutes until I start to see that the water is reducing and the pumpkins and the potatoes have started to cook down a little bit more. So yeah, just gonna put the Dutch pot lid on that and leave it to reduce. It smells so good. It smells amazing. And just from the half scotch bonnet that I added, I can smell that starting to come through as well. I can smell the thyme, the onions. Oh, it just smells so good. I put the 1 piece of ginger in there, the tiniest piece of ginger. And you can smell the ginger coming through as well. What we're waiting to see is we're waiting to see the water and the coconut milks begin to reduce. I only checked after 5 minutes because I couldn't wait to see what it looked like. But I'm going to cover it back up again for 15 minutes. So yeah, it's coming along nicely and just how I wanted it to look. Almost ready. I don't like cooking with salt, but I'm just going to add a little bit. So I've just added in the salt. I'm going to add in some of my coriander. Safe to stir as regularly as possible because the potatoes that are left on the top are not cooking as well as obviously the potatoes left at the bottom, which is at nearest to the boiling point. Oh look, my little piece of ginger, I found it. It's going to go back in there anyway. So yeah, continuously stir and change around and rotate where the potatoes are and the pumpkins are. The ones at the top can cook just as much as the ones at the bottom. This is looking and smelling great! Oi! Last ingredient to add, guys, the tin of butter beans that I almost forgot to add. I'm just gonna add these, stir them in.